And we really embrace that, and to be able to go in and impact the students in our community and set them their sights on higher education. Right. Because a lot of them come from first generation parents, single parents, and things of that nature, and they don't have, you know, sometimes that support that is needed to continue that success. And this program really helps to guide and give those strategies and those methods and those tools that supply this, along with the resources that the colleges and the high schools and the junior highs offer to put these children on track to do great things after they graduate from high school. If it's Carl Sandburg College, if it's Illinois Central College, wherever they might go, put them on that track to be successful and continue that education.
Great, Rodney. I couldn't say that better yourself. So folks at home, Harvesting Dreams is the place to be. Harvesting Dreams is the place for you to refer your student where they can really get the things that they need in order to tackle the issues they have at hand, especially when it comes to going to school. Now, not only is there the social aspect, but there's also the academic aspect. You know, we talk all the time in Harvesting Dreams about being a 21st century educator. And a 21st century educator has to wear so many hats. We talk about this on our Harvesting Dreams talk show. Check us out, 90.7 FM, WAZU. And we talk about these issues. One of the main things I find, Dr. Erwin, Dr. Ali, is that when a student hears your story, when a student hears your struggles, then that encourages them a little more because they say, hey, they were just like me. Perhaps you could share with some of our folks at home a little bit about your education, what you had to go through to get to where you were at, and by that way you'll encourage someone.
Well, picking up on your comment about the importance of peer support, those next to us going through struggles like we're going through, the College Board this past year in 2010 conducted a study on the educational experience of young men of color. And in this study, one of the main findings from the study was that African American men, more than any other category of student, responds favorably to peer support. Right. So when Joe's next to me and he's telling me his story and what he's going through, and I'm listening to it and I start connecting with that, definitely, I feel encouraged that I also can get through my challenges, the things that I'm facing. So that story of, you know, sharing that, being engaged in that way is extremely important to continued success. And I would simply say that in my own experiences, knowing that there are other people who've gone through like kinds of experiences was significant for me. And I looked at role models, people who've gone on before me and had been successful. So those are powerful messages that I think then can be translated into success, support, and obviously we want to see then that life changed and improved because of it.
Right, right. Now you went to Bradley University, correct?
I didn't attend Bradley. Okay. I was a graduate of the University of Indianapolis and then later Indiana University.
And I always think that because you always say something Romeo B. Garrett says, you always say, keep on keeping on. Boy, I love that saying. And that really encourages me, and I like to hear more of our students say that and believe that.
Well, Harvesting Dreams, Morri, helps that happen through persistence. I think persistence is what we mean by that phrase.
Keep on keeping on.
That's right. Don't let things get in your way. Don't trip yourself up. Be a part of your own success by being positive and looking favorably with the support that's around you. So that's why I like that phrase.
Dr. Ali, what are some of the things that you used as great models?
Sure. Well, I got chills when you mentioned Dr. Romeo B. Garrett because he was a personal mentor of mine, and I was a Romeo B. Garrett scholar at Bradley University. But I agree with you and Dr. Erwin that the personal testimony is a powerful tool at inspiring people to do better in their life and to get motivated. I have had some wonderful mentors and role models in my life. I am a first generation college graduate in my family, the first one to graduate from college. And as a young person, I didn't graduate from high school with my class. I was half a credit short from graduation because I took the easy road thinking that I was going to just take one class my second semester of my senior year. And I'd go in that morning at 8:30, take a class, and go back home and go to sleep. Because that's all that I thought that I needed.
Wow.
Come find out, at graduation, I was pulled out of the practice line.
Wow.
And told that I was 1/2 credit short, and the only way that I could graduate was to go to summer school. And I cried that I could not walk across the stage with my class, with my friends, but I learned a valuable lesson from that experience, that I only did enough to get by, and that you should never do just enough to get by. And that taught me a lesson. I went to summer school, I got my high school diploma, but I went on to get a bachelor's degree as a single parent. As I had a young daughter at the time. I struggled financially for a long time, and then I continued on to get 2 master's degrees and a PhD.
Wow.
So, you know, I grew up on the south side of Peoria, and I have had challenges, you know, in my life. And like you, I know your personal story of success. Like you, I've overcome many obstacles, Morri, but I'm proud.
Hats off to you, Dr. Ali, and you don't know how many people you've moved with that story, including myself. Rodney, I'm sure you have a testimony as well. Perhaps
oh, absolutely. Coming out of high school, you know, I was a nice athlete, and didn't take care of my grades. And so I ended up going to Carl Sandburg College, and I didn't take care of my grades. So I went to work and moved on in life, and I was one of those non-traditional students. My journey is kind of like Dr. Ali's here. After I finally figured it out, I went to Blackhawk College in my late 30s and started taking courses and was serious about my education. I was a single parent raising 2 boys.
Wow. And
it was a struggle. It was a challenge. I worked morning, noon, and night. And I tell students, you know, to this day, they talk about being tired and about the challenges in life. I say, I've lived it. I've been there. How did I make it? Perseverance. I believed in myself. I was motivated. I was driven at that time. You know, when you're talking to students, you have to tell them when the time is right for you to make a change, you'll do it. But if you're not, do something that is productive. And so when the time come, I got productive. I graduated from Blackhawk College. I went to Western Illinois University and got my bachelor's degree. And now I'm 4 classes away from completing my master's degree in sports management with a 3.6 GPA. I've never had a 3.6 GPA in my life. And it's hard work. It's staying up till midnight or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock writing those papers and doing that research. And, you know, but this is really given me an opportunity to share this story and to continue to help students grow as they continue those life struggles that we've all been through. And it's just important that we're able to do that. But with Harvesting Dreams, I tell you, I wish that program would have been in existence back when I was coming through Carl Sandburg College, because I think it would have helped me to develop much quicker.
Right.
But I know Dr. Erwin talked about this program going maybe nationally. I got great news from my president, Dr. Lori Sundberg, that on Monday, September 26th, I will be meeting with the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Illinois and talking about the Harvesting Dreams program. And I'm just excited about that opportunity to share and let her know what we're doing and how this program has impacted not only Carl Sandburg College, but our community as well. So I'm really excited about that. But anybody's journey is going to be a challenge, but all you have to do is have motivation, support, direction, and believe in yourself. Every day is different, but make sure that, A, you take it and do the best that you can with every single day.
What a great story, Rodney. I want to thank you for that. I mean, all the time we talk on the Harvesting Dreams talk show, on our radio portion, about when is someone going to step up to the plate? When is someone going to, and I realize it's us. It's us who have to step up. But it's so encouraging that someone in such a high office really realizes the impact that an African American community could make. You know, these are the future doctors. You don't even know. Somebody might cure cancer. The possible guy who could cure cancer could come out of Harvesting Dreams. And I just want to thank you for being a part of that, Rodney. I want to thank you for spreading that fire and zeal. Dr. Ali, you know I love you. I want to thank you for encouraging me because you're a role model to me as well. And Dr. Erwin, you too. I want you to know that. And all the students can see this. That's one of the things we talk about in Harvesting Dreams is students know when you care about them or not. And they really seek that out. And when they know you really care about them, then they're more compelled to do something to prove to you that they're worthy of that love. And that's what Harvesting Dreams is all about. I want to encourage everyone to keep in mind that we will be having our African American Male Conference November 5th. That'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if these are some of the issues or concerns that you have about the African American community or African American students, by all means come on out to the African American Male Conference, and it will be at our East Peoria campus at Illinois Central College. That's November 5th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we will have workshops going on which will talk about empowering African American students to succeed. I want to thank PCCEO for having us on. I want to thank my guests, Dr. Erwin, Dr. Ali, Rodney, thank you for coming on. And as we say all the time in Harvesting Dreams, plant your seed today so that you can harvest your dream tomorrow. We'll see you next time.